You're finally here. Let's begin. They have a certain intensity, a vitality that breaks through the ordinary and demands attention. Although they have a fascinating atmosphere, others are kept at a distance by their air of mystery. These are the chosen ones, people whose tales have been told for generations. Even though they are frequently hailed as being born brilliant, they rarely have an easy journey. They seem to be followed like shadows by feelings of isolation and unhappiness. This might be related to their strong energy, which permeates the room while they are around. Even if they are unable to describe it, it is a force that causes people to pause and feel as though something exceptional is about to happen. There's a weird mix of admiration and discomfort when you're around them. Although they attract people, there is always an imperceptible barrier that makes full intimacy seem unattainable. Despite their best efforts to blend in, they will always stick out. They are frequently distinguished by this indisputable presence, which gives the impression that they are traveling alone and that no one else can follow them. Fundamentally, they yearn for comprehension, someone who recognizes and genuinely understands their challenges and aspirations. However, because they are unique, it is quite uncommon to find such linkages. A life of purpose and destiny, which appears spectacular at first, is frequently accompanied with loneliness and the weight of carrying something that no one else can completely understand. Even though others may not see it, they carry a weight that cannot be denied. Nevertheless, in spite of everything, they feel a pull from within, a silent voice pushing them in the direction of something bigger. Maybe you are one of those people who have ever had that pull in your soul, that inner understanding that you are intended for more. Though subtle, the signals are clear. You might see that people, including yourself, have an innate tendency toward sincerity. You prioritize purpose over compliance and depth over surface. You are shaped by challenges, not defeated by them. And even in your darkest hours, you possess a light that leads not only you but also other people. Your path is about being a lighthouse for everyone around you, not simply about growing personally. Charm and charisma aren't the only factors here. It's about perseverance, determination, and a spirit that never gives up, no matter how overwhelming the obstacles may appear. If this strikes a chord with you, please subscribe and like this post to see more like it. Tell your experience below, and someone might be inspired by it today. Those that are chosen have a spirit that goes beyond simple personality. They have a sensitivity that enables them to see facets of life that others would miss, a force that pierces deeper. People around them are frequently amazed by their increased awareness, but they are also a little uneasy. They appear to possess an age-old wisdom, a light that highlights life's difficulties as well as its beauty. However, they also portend impending storms. They have a magnetic draw that makes it impossible to avoid them. However, interacting with them frequently awakens long-dormant anxieties or goals by stirring emotions that are buried deep within. Their presence does more than simply brighten a space. It probes people's souls and reveals realities that some might not be prepared to accept. People may flee in search of the security of known patterns as a result of this intensity. In order to protect themselves from the weaknesses shown by the chosen one's gaze, they retreat emotionally and mentally in addition to physically. The anxiety of being seen and the fear of the unknown are often interwoven when meeting a chosen one. Their deep depth and strength serve as a mirror, reflecting both the defects that people strive to conceal as well as their strengths. Even the most courageous people may feel uneasy with this unvarnished exposure. Despite being magnetic, a chosen one's energy produces a paradox. People are unsure of whether to approach or distance themselves from them because their existence draws attention to the gaps in other people's lives. Because of this dichotomy, chosen people frequently follow a lonely road while in the company of many others. Being alone is sometimes a reaction to the intense feelings they arouse rather than a conscious decision. Although they have a great ability to connect, others who are not ready for such intensity may be intimidated. Even if their energy is strong, the chosen one may get alone. They frequently find comfort in solitude or with a small group of people who genuinely get them. They can express their depth in small, meaningful friendships without feeling pressured to fit in or compromise their own values. Their message goes ignored since shallow contacts simply serve to heighten their sense of separation. Chosen ones build a shield, not just a physical barrier, but an emotional one, to safeguard their energies and maintain their spiritual path. They have an innate sense that their light is most radiant in environments that value understanding and genuineness. Their seclusion turns into a haven where they may think, rest, and be ready to accomplish their goals. Chosen ones represent a complex conundrum. Although their light attracts others, it can also be overwhelming. They enthrall with a genuineness that transcends mere attractiveness. It's a genuine depth that speaks to the very essence of those they meet, not a fake charm. Their relationships are defined by this intricacy, which is both alluring and scary. Their connection, which goes directly to the soul, is what people yearn for. However, a lot of people are hesitant because they don't know how to accept anything so meaningful without facing their own anxieties. Chosen ones gracefully handle this stress. They accept the loneliness that frequently accompanies their presence and recognize it as both a blessing and a challenge. Knowing that their light will always find people who are willing to welcome it, they choose relationships and surroundings that respect their truth as they intentionally pursue their path. The magnetic presence of chosen ones attracts people by nature, yet as they approach, the overpowering power of their essence overwhelms them. This energy dispels long-held misconceptions and reveals realities that many people would want to remain buried. People see themselves when they gaze into the eyes of a chosen one, not just the other person. This contemplation may arouse intense terror, the fear of actually being noticed and of facing the shadows they have shunned. The initial attraction is frequently overshadowed by this anxiety, which makes people turn back to the security of the known. The chosen one turns into a conundrum, a source of both curiosity and anxiety. In addition to illuminating the path, they also highlight obscure areas that people might rather overlook. A particular form of loneliness is produced by this paradox. The sheer intensity of their presence thwarts their desire for meaningful interactions, making chosen ones sought after but shunned. Chosen ones seem to be tuned to the frequency of old wisdom, resonating with an invisible truth. They are unique because of this connection, which motivates them to pursue sincerity in whatever they do. They see genuine connections as mirrors that reflect their depth and provide an environment where their intensity is not just tolerated but welcomed. In a wide, disjointed world, these relationships are so uncommon that they are like discovering a kindred spirit. However, its rarity isn't a coincidence. It is the outcome of the chosen person's special fusion of fortitude, genuineness, and deep profundity. It takes a willingness to confront one's own facts as well as their intensity in order to fully connect with them. Many are initially attracted to them but are reluctant to embark on the path to comprehension. The presence of the chosen one frequently casts light on areas that others would rather avoid, leading them to withdraw into more secure, surface-level relationships. The chosen one must balance their need for meaningful connections with their acceptance of the loneliness that frequently accompanies their nature as a result of this fight. This isolation turns both a haven and a burden, providing defense against the misconceptions of the outside world while resonating with the depths they yearn to impart. There is a secret conflict within this seclusion. Embodying honesty, integrity, and truth is the chosen one's way, not engaging in physical conflict. Just their presence can change the dynamics, dispel illusions, and bring dishonesty's shadows to light. This sincerity serves as a mirror, reflecting the actual personalities of people they come into contact with. It forces people to face hidden facets of themselves by exposing the masks they wear. As people struggle with the discomfort of having their meticulously crafted worlds appended, this confrontation frequently results in avoidance or even hatred. This unsaid conflict is a daily reality for the chosen one. In a world that frequently settles for facades, their very presence demands authenticity and threatens the current quo. Their presence is transforming and a catalyst for change in those who are willing to embrace it, despite the fact that this path can be isolated. With a shield made from a deep sense of purpose and firm values, those who are chosen become unwitting defenders of the truth. They fight their fights with the unwavering honesty they offer to every interaction rather than with weaponry. However, their unrelenting quest frequently leaves them standing by themselves, misinterpreted by those they seek to free from delusion. Their wrath and avoidance are not merely emotions. Rather, they are blatant signs of their ability to confront the cozy lies that people cling to. Their very existence appends these delusions and compels others to face realities they would like to ignore. Because of this, their honesty is both their greatest asset and a severe burden. They are involved in an age-old battle to liberate the human spirit from the bonds of deception, not for dominance or power. This distance from other people is intentional, not a result of choice. Those who are chosen are motivated by a strong desire for authenticity that distinguishes them from others. They are not satisfied with the superficial existence that characterizes a large portion of contemporary life. Rather, They look beyond the obvious, constantly looking for significance and direction in every encounter. They are not in line with the mainstream because of their natural inclination to confront, question, and explore beyond the norm. They feel alienated in social situations that are full with short-lived distractions and superficial talks. In a world full of trivia, they want for connection and depth. This detachment is a physical experience rather than only a conceptual or emotional condition. It's like attempting to fit a whole cosmos into a little space, an impossibility that causes ongoing anguish. They feel uncomfortable in environments that don't reflect who they really are, even when they make an effort to adjust. As a result, they frequently withdraw into themselves or surround themselves with a chosen group of people who genuinely understand them. They feel free to be who they are in these calm times. They engage in deep, thought-provoking discussions, delve into riddles that others miss, and feed their souls in settings that value authenticity and truth. They encourage those who feel equally out of place but are too scared to deviate from social norms by deciding to embrace their peculiarities. Chosen ones demonstrate that respecting the infinite, exceptional universe within is more important than fitting in with the outside world. A strong inner calling, a mission that blazes brightly within their soul, is the source of this draw toward solitude. This is not a passing emotion for those who are chosen. Rather, it is a fire that propels them toward a destiny that is much above the norm. Any behavior or setting that deviates from this goal seems to be a betrayal of who they are. They naturally seek out areas that encourage contemplation and meditation. They can contemplate, gain understanding, and fortify their determination in solitude, which turns into a sacred space. They hone their talents and establish a stronger connection with their purpose during these quiet times. Despite the possibility of loneliness, this road leads to significant self-discovery and personal development. The chosen ones discover clarity in this place of silence, readying themselves to fulfill the special calling that distinguishes them from everyone else. While accepting who they are, chosen people frequently feel compelled to look for people who share their beliefs and viewpoints. Despite their rarity, these linkages are extremely important. Other chosen ones or others who share their need for depth and honesty may become their friends. But developing these relationships calls tremendous perseverance and a readiness to go beyond accepted social norms. These significant connections can be found by investigating different areas. Connections can be cultivated through online forums, courses, or get-togethers focused on common interests. In ways that are rarely possible in mainstream relationships, these locations offer a haven where those who are chosen can feel appreciated, noticed, and understood. Those who are chosen can find a wealth of creative and spiritual growth opportunities in their seclusion. Their seclusion turns into a platform for them to communicate their inner selves and their discoveries to others. They may use art to express their deep experiences through sculptures, paintings, or music that speak to invisible reality and arouse strong emotions. Another outlet is writing, which enables chosen individuals to express their journey through narratives or poetry. Their statements encourage bravery, ignite introspection, and serve as a mirror for others to see their own realities mirrored back. Spiritual exercises like yoga, breathwork, or meditation strengthen their inner bond and assist them in finding their own path. The chosen ones turn their loneliness into a potent source of contribution by embracing its richness. They produce art that improves, enlightens, and heals the lives of others. As they progress from loneliness to empowerment, their journey demonstrates the significant influence people can have on the world. The chosen ones learn during this process of transformation that their distinctions are assets rather than flaws. Their journey leads to deep self-realization, but it also calls for vulnerability to embrace their individuality and fortitude to face the unknown. It becomes evident that their seclusion offers the possibility of genuine connection, both with themselves and with others. Their path becomes a guiding light as they come to terms with this reality. They act as a catalyst for change by defying convention and upholding honesty. They inspire others to face and fully embrace their own essence by serving as mirrors of truth in a society that frequently avoids it. Visionaries and trailblazers, chosen ones serve as a reminder of the strength of self-realization. Their story exemplifies the human spirit's tenacity and the value of genuineness in forging deep bonds. They have a critical role in promoting both individual and group transformation. Know that you are not alone if you feel burdened by choosing a less traveled route. Talk about your experiences, connect with people that exude a similar invisible force, and draw strength from these relationships. Truthful voices are needed in the world, as are those who dare to embrace their individuality and encourage others to follow suit. The journey of the chosen one transforms solitude into strength and authenticity into inspiration. Embrace your truth. It has the power to light the way for others. If this resonates with you, like this post and subscribe for more content like this. Share your story below. Your voice could inspire someone today.